International Airport is set to commence its operation from June 15th, and to speak more about the challenges, the operationalization and the future plan, we are joined with Noida International Airport Vice Chairman, Mr. Christoph Schnellmann. Thank you for speaking with Times Now. Sir, the airport is set to commence its operations. First of all, what are the airlines? What all the airlines are going to be there? How many destinations we are looking at, and how many daily flights we are looking at from 15th of June?
Yeah, we're just a few days away from welcoming our first passengers and airlines to Noida International Airport, and this is an incredibly exciting day, an incredibly exciting time for us. IndiGo will inaugurate the airport with the first service from Lucknow to Noida and then flying on to Bangalore. And on June 16th, Akasa will also start its operations serving Navi Mumbai as well as Bangalore from Noida International Airport. So a big, big day for us.
How many daily operations are we looking at? So if we can have some numbers.
We expect to see around 12 flights a day throughout the rest of June, and then we expect a big increase early in July. We expect a network serving around 18 or 19 destinations from Noida Airport as of the 1st of July.
Right. If we talk about international operations, when are we looking at when it can start? Is it anytime soon? If you can give some timeline on that.
Yeah, very much so. So we're keen to start international operations as well as, and I know the population around the airport are keen to see direct international flights from Noida International Airport as well. There's some work going on still in the international part of the terminal. We expect to be able to open that before the end of 2026.
If we talk about, we are seeing aviation industries going through a turbulent time because of the West Asia crisis. We are seeing there are already softer demands with ATF prices skyrocketing. Do you think all these aspects will have some impact on the operations of Noida International Airport initially, at least, if not for longer time?
We are going through a bit of a crisis globally and for aviation. In particular for aviation in India and for aviation across the world. It's not the first crisis that we've seen as we've been developing the airport, and for sure it's not unfortunately not the last crisis we'll see in the years ahead. So short story is, of course we do, we see already that it's impacting demand, that it's impacting the number of flights and the number of passengers, but we are incredibly confident in the growth prospects for aviation in India. We're building the airport not just for 2 or 3 months, we're building it for decades, and I think that gives us confidence.
While we spoke about the complexities, we can. There's also a poor connectivity issue. If we talk about, for example, there is a highway, but for passengers, do you think it is discouraging for passengers to not have direct connectivity initially on initial days, or do you think passengers could get discouraged to come here, and this could have some kind of impact on the operations or on the footfall of the Noida International Airport, which you say that 12 million passengers capacity it has annually. So do you think it will be achieved, and if yes, by when, if there's a timeline which you have surveyed or have thought about?
We think the airport is incredibly well connected to Noida, to Delhi and the NCR, and to parts of the catchment further south. The airport's directly adjacent to the Yamuna Expressway, a 6-lane expressway, and we've been very deliberately working with various partners to make sure there's a quick and easy way to reach the airport for every budget. So whether it's state-run buses, whether it's coaches, whether it's app taxis, or more luxurious limousines. So all of that is available from day one for our passengers.
Lastly, if we talk about the airfare, there have been some airlines in the past who have written to AERA about airport charging high prices, and when the airport also inaugurated, everyone was comparing it with Delhi IGI airport, that how the VAT here is less and VAT in Delhi airport is higher, and this airport will be cheaper for the passengers in comparison. But later airlines had written to AERA asking that the airport authorities are charging high prices for UDF fees and other landing charges. So do you think airlines can get discouraged because of the high prices that the airport authority is asking for?
So I think we need to put this in context, and I think these types of letters and these types of conversations are a very natural and a very normal part of the tariff determination process. Having said that, of course, we understand that cost is important. We understand that cost is important to the airlines. We understand that cost is important to passengers. And I think we've been very deliberately from day one engaging with the airlines to understand what their needs are and their expectations for an airport. And we've been working hard to develop and now to operate an airport that is quick and easy to use, that is cost efficient for the carriers and by extension then for the passengers. The tariffs that have been determined through part of this regulatory process are very much in line with those at other greenfields, recent greenfield airports in India, other recent comparable brownfield projects, and we're convinced that we'll be able to operate competitively with other airports in the country.
Last question for the passengers, the flyers who are going to avail facility at this airport. What are you going to say to them? What would you want to say to them for the experience that this airport will offer to them, the travel experience, or the wait time will be less? Whatever you would want to speak to the flyers directly.
Well, my first words would be welcome. We're delighted. We've been working very hard to deliver this airport, and we're very excited to be receiving you soon. We hope we've been able to curate for you an airport experience that is hassle-free, that is quick, that is easy, and at the same time is very noticeably in and of North India and Western Uttar Pradesh, looking at the architecture, looking at the materials that we've used, looking at some of the food and beverage and retail options that we've been able to provide.
Thank you so much again for speaking with Times Now. So that was Vice Chairman of Noida International Airport, Mr. Christoph Schnellmann, with video journalist Manmeet Singh, Shafali Nigam, Times Now.